Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Awaken October Challenge. Today is this week is week 4. It is Monday, October 22nd. The evening meditation, we had to move to 7 p.m. this evening. And it's so very nice to see you all this evening. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you this evening. I want to apologize up front for having to move the, yawn moment, the meditation, this evening. Hello, Carol. So nice to see you as well. And I'm hoping that everyone had enough time for this. There's probably going to be one more schedule change, and I'll just repost the schedule tomorrow. At the end of the day, I've actually withdrawn from the Beauty and the Beast play, and there's a little bit of a story behind that, but really, what it came down to for me is that, you know, you guys are my focus. And when I say you guys, don't take that the wrong way. I mean the rest of the human race is my focus. You know, ultimately, the play, as far as the impact on my time, was simply not serving. And I normally wouldn't have done it, and not from a lack of enjoying doing such things, that's for sure. But I'm totally enjoying what I'm doing right here as well. And, you know, it was honestly kind of for Kelly's sake. And she has, you know, found herself a little more comfortable now, and she's starting to come into herself more and more. And I had to have a very frank talk with her earlier this evening. And, Kim says that this time works better for her. Well, that's actually great. Fantastic. That's good. And, you know, the one thing you'll notice about Kelly and I is, especially me, Kelly's still a little guarded sometimes with a few things. Especially things from her past that she is still holding on to. But, you know, we will normally, and I do all the time, I'm totally open. Whatever happens has happened, and it's worth talking about if there's a lesson in it for everyone. And there is a lesson all the time. And the lesson that came out of this was, this represents a symbol for Kelly, this play. It represents a symbol of her finally being accepted in the community. And that acceptance is, of course, based upon the non-acceptance and the outright shutting out she has received, not only with, you know, being in a community where her husband is convicted of pedophilia, and you know, suffering through 10 years of the shunning of that, and the attitude somehow that it was her fault that her husband was a pedophile. To the point where people, even children, you know, children stopped them from coming, they wouldn't send their kids to Kelly for piano anymore. Now, that all started to change when Kelly and I got together, because, of course, I dragged her out onto the streets of the town. I said, well, the best way to deal with this is to show everyone that you are not anyone else but you, and that whoever you're with, you're still you, and that it had nothing to do with you. And that's been a long journey for Kelly. And oftentimes we face this, we do, where there is something that we feel we need to do or express in order to feel a sense of acceptance and part of. Now, you know, I could sit here and tell you that, you know, that's a relatively unconscious thing still. And that may be the case. But please understand, as I've always talked about, wherever you're at is okay. Wherever you're at, the best that you're doing, the awareness that you're showing at the time is the best that you can offer. And it's okay. It doesn't matter if it's not the highest awareness you could have offered, because in fact it was. Whatever you're doing now, wherever you are, sorry, cat hair. Wherever you are right now, whatever level of consciousness you find yourself operating in any given moment, in any given situation, is the very best that you can do. There really are no should and should nots. If we need to have a should, the should would be we should all accept that wherever we're at the perfect place. We're at the place we need to be. We're at the place that's going to reveal to us those things which we need to still develop and work on with ourselves. You know, that post that I had mirrored into the Eckhart Tolle group the other day regarding my own experience with, sudden awakening and the deepening of that awakening, and, the ongoing realization that just as the universe is still evolving itself back onto itself, our evolution can never come to an end. There is no final awakening. What fun would it be? I mean, really, think about it. Your egoic sense of self is that uniqueness of you. The idea is just to polish that uniqueness, to take away the falseness of that uniqueness, the things that cover that uniqueness up, the lies we tell each other and ourselves, that we are somehow too small, or not enough, or not whole enough, or not already there, or not perfect as we are right now. As long as we're going to focus and look at the things we think we need to improve all the time, we kind of lose out. There has to be a base acceptance, an understanding with yourself, a gentleness with yourself, a trust in the process, that sea of consciousness has your back. That each of us is speaking in a unique voice, in a unique way, colored by our personality. False sense or not, it still colors. It still colors my words. It still colors my actions. Now, over time, I have, worked hard to rarefy and put back under the thumb of my higher self, that egoic sense of self. And in that way, the mind then serves as a faithful companion, and your sight becomes unblemished. You begin to see more clearly. Susan is here as well. Hello, Susan. So nice to see you. Hello, hello. I really like your little heart, that little white heart there. That's nice. Mine's too difficult to see and too messy, but that is very nice. So I would like this to travel with you, through the meditation. Tonight we're going to meditate and use the mantra Om Ritam Namah. Now, Om, of course, is that cosmic vibration, that sea of consciousness. Ritam is all about the truth, our truth in relation to cosmic truth, and the lining up of the two, the balancing of those two truths. And Jennifer is here as well. Hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you. So, Om Ritam Namah is all about the realization that the truth of our being is actually always in alignment with cosmic truth. You can always, always, always count on that. No matter how difficult your life may be right now, or appear to be right now, no matter how problematic things may be, no matter how hurt and lost you may feel right now. And again, I'm not belittling in any way any of those feelings you're having. What I'm saying to you is, inside of that cosmic truth, whatever is going on right now is exactly what needs to go on. And your higher self, that which you truly are, is lovingly holding you, lovingly caring for you, lovingly in alignment with that cosmic truth. And then Nama is letting go the not I anymore. Not I, but part of that infinite one. The I-ness within the infinite one. So this will be our focus for this evening. That's about it. Unless there's any comments or questions. We're going to begin with our meditation. As always, I would ask that you find a very comfortable position. A position where you're going to be able to remain upright. Allow your spine to take its natural, slightly curved, open position. The neck in alignment with your spine. You know, perhaps again you would visualize that golden thread extending from your crown chakra up into the heavens. A divine channel of light supporting you, literally allowing you to hang there in space as we come to that gateless gate again. And you know, we've talked about this before as well, but we truly do meet together in a very real way. We quantumly entangle ourselves when we do this. You know, transcendental meditation was about quantum entanglement and the abilities of the effect that it could have. Well, the same thing happens here with us. We truly become entangled with each other. We truly share our love and our compassion and our openness and our joy and our successes and our failures. And in that entanglement, we are all enriched. We are all lent a larger access to that energy. This is the truth of wherever two or more are gathered in my name, in the name of I am, our power increases exponentially in the coming together and the realization of that oneness. With that, I will bring you to the candle, and we will again bring in those divine waves, waves of awareness, waves of love and light from that wonderful sea of consciousness that we are all part of. I'd like you just to take a minute or two first. And observe your breath. Notice how your breath is very similar to the waves. We breathe in. There is the slightest of pause, and then we breathe out. Follow your breath for a few moments, and then we will begin the mantra. Om Ritam Namah. Namah. Om Ritam Namah. Om Ritam Namah. I align my truth with cosmic truth. I am living within this truth. Om Ritam Namah. 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 The observer within the core of your being. All that you truly are in its eternal state. You are the observer. You are the witnessing presence. The silence that hears the voice within. Om Ritam Namah. Om Ritam Namah. Allow yourself to see consciously with the eyes of truth. You are not your smallness. You are not your weaknesses. You are not your experiences. You are that which is experiencing it all. The weaknesses you may perceive are in fact divine gifts. For behind every weakness is a strength. Behind every doubt is a faith. The truth of your being is a state of never-ending evolution. Never born, never knowing death, and yet experiencing birth and death over and over again. Our lives are a reflection of this truth. For every day, we must die to the last. Allow the new one to be reborn again. New opportunities for growth, evolution, higher and higher and more rarefied levels of consciousness. This is the amazing, magical journey of you. Om Ritam Namah. 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 Allow yourself to open to the truth of your existence. Allow yourself to see the gift of this physical realm. In truth, you are indeed experiencing yourself, the cosmic whole that you are, focused and manifesting, a single droplet within the vastness of the ocean that you are. Om Ritam Namah. 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 Ritam Stay here with me in this space that we have created together. Allow the silence to crash upon the shores of your awareness. When you are ready, allow yourself a deep inhale. Inhaling the truth of your being. Exhaling any last doubts. Any last concerns, any small thoughts about the truth of what and who you really are. Gently allow your eyes to open. Most of the experiences that would cause us trouble in our lives aren't trouble, really, but, we like to call them trouble. And in truth, they usually stem from that initial originating thought that doesn't see the truth of who you are. This is a path. It is a journey. Even though you are already there on the other shore, the journey is through the layers of dust, through the misconceptions, through the programming, to see the shining light of your being. Each of you, every single one of us, has a unique, a totally special, one-of-a-kind offering to give, a one-of-a-kind service towards the whole that is not only wanted, it is necessary. You are never alone. You are never lost. You are never not loved. This is the truth. It is my wish that this spaciousness, that you allow this truth to sink deep within, to understand that no matter what you may feel about anything that you've ever done or anything that you ever will do, at any given moment, you are always doing the best that you can. Allow yourself to see in retrospection and hindsight, not blame, but instead the evolution of your own consciousness. Certainly take responsibility when we harm another, but do not hold yourself guilty and blame yourself for not acting out of a state you feel you should have. Hindsight, retrospection is always from a higher level of consciousness. We're not in the situation. Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Much love as always, and namaste to you all tonight. I never get tired of that word. The conscious recognition of the divinity that I see shining through each and every one of you. It comes through your posts. It comes through the words. It comes through your presence that I feel while we are here meditating together. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. We'll see you in the morning for day 23.